Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to what episode are we on, Alex?
35?
Yeah, I think it's 35. This month's been crap. I don't even remember what episode.
34, 35, something like that.
I think what's been screwing with me is the way we recorded the year end and then we did the live. I think that's what's screwing with me.
Yeah.
So it's like once we get back into the routine of things.
Because we recorded the year end first, but the live went up before that.
Right. But,
yeah, this is 35.
Yep. All right. So our guest this week, Caden Watsonheiser, is back. Caden, welcome back.
I'm back. Thank you guys for having me.
You're back.
Yes,
now
sir.
we just need to have you on a few more times, and you've been on more episodes than Bryce.
Yep, exactly.
Caden was a little mad that I chose Bryce for the exclusive. That will probably never happen at this rate.
Yeah,
I don't have a
I
guest
don't
today,
think
so I can stand here and hold this microphone like a professional today.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I did jump the gun a tiny bit because I made up a stupid rule saying whatever episode gets to 100, like, can have the show. But like Bryce was almost already there, so it kind of wasn't really fair.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, if you partner with Bryce, there you go. Give me a part of it.
Might have to.
Just gotta talk to him whenever we can finally get that going. But yeah. So, Buccos.
No better way to start the episode.
I'm gonna try to share my screen because once again, Alex and I did not do our notes. Shocker. Let's see how this. If I can get this going.
This is
but
always the truth.
Caden, you actually went to game 1 of the 3-game set against the Rangers, didn't you?
Yeah, I was there Monday night. It was a really exciting game to go to. I saw a couple home runs, new shortstop that we have in for Neil Cruz hit a grand slam to go ahead the Pirates. It was awesome. It was a really good game.
I don't think I can share my screen, so I'm gonna have to hit the different tab. But yeah, the Pirates actually just lost here 10 minutes ago. They just lost to the Rangers 3-2. Though offensively, it was frustrating. We'll get to this game in a second, but Johan Oviedo pitched great today. Though minus the first inning, he pitched great. He actually had an immaculate inning. I forget what inning it was, but he had an immaculate inning. So what was the last game we talked about? Oh yeah, okay. So we did talk about the Tigers game last week. So it's just the Arizona and Texas series.
Yep.
This series was frustrating for the Pirates, I'll say. By the way, what it is was when I got out of the screen, can you still see me? Or did it just say M?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you see
just making sure. All right. So actually this Arizona game, Johan Oviedo pitched and they won 13-3. So from what I can remember, Oviedo, I want to say, did pitch quite well in this game. I'm going to go ahead and click on this game. He's been improving the last couple games, and I'm going to be real.
Yeah.
The Diamondbacks are not terrible. They are not a terrible team. Zach Gallen kind of surprised me because he was going in one of the best pitchers in the National League, and he did not pitch. He did not pitch well this game. 3 and 2 innings, 5 earned runs, 2 Ks, 4 walks. He did not pitch well this game.
No, not really. I'll tell you who's been throwing gems, though, this year. Mitch Keller has been on fire this year.
Johan Oviedo, 6 innings, 1 earned run.
True.
Oh, we'll get Mitch from his last game. Is that kind of some connection? Okay, no, I'm obviously outside, so the connection might be a little crap, but we'll deal with it. But yeah, Oviedo 6 innings, 1 run, 7 Ks, 3 walks. Good game this game, and The best hitter by the looks of it, looking at the Diamondback stats, was Josh Rojas, who went 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs this game. Now for the Pirates, Andrew McCutchen went 3 for 4. Wow. He's been, ever since he became the leadoff batter once again for the Pirates, he has just been absolutely tremendous leading off. He just gets on base. And that's what you want. That's what you want out of a leadoff hitter is you get on base. Right, Caden? Like you played with me.
Yeah.
Like the leadoff batter is very important. Is like who was our leadoff batter our senior year? It was like didn't it go Rufus and Reeves? I want to say.
I mean, it would switch up every once in a while. Even I would hit lead off in number 9 because you need the top, and the 9 is basically like a 1 because you're trying to lead off that first start up of the order again. So you're number 1 and number 9 to get good hits. And we brought Andrew McCutchen in, and he's done exactly what I think we wanted him to do.
Yeah, I think once they put him, they had him batting third. It started off well, but he declined a little bit. And again, he's not the McCutchen from 2013, 2014. He's not going to get an MVP season out of him. But once they batted him leadoff, I'm like, you know what? This is working. So yeah, McCutchen leading off was the best there. And then Brian Reynolds was 1 for 4. And G1 Bay was 3 for 4. But I'm going to be real here. I got a hot take. G1 Bay is more of a liability at this point. His base running he's fast. He's very fast. Don't get me wrong. Very fast. Gets around the base very quickly. But his base running is just like actually of deciding to go or to come back is just awful. Did you see the play last night?
Yeah, I did see that. And him and another guy that's been a little bit of a liability for base running has been Brian Hayes. He's been getting on base, but he's not smart on the bases.
Exactly. And McCutchen wasn't that smart either. What was he doing the other night?
Yeah, he was on third, and I don't know what he was doing. It looked even more stupid in person.
Yeah, because you were sitting left field?
I was right along, left field. It was close enough to the point where we could see exactly what was happening, and I just didn't know what he was trying to do at all.
Right. It was just the base running this year has just not been good for the Pirates. Their base running needs to improve. It is, and I don't know if you blame that on the coaching, first and third base coaches. I don't know. I mean, Alex. What's the best way I can describe this in football terms? Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry. But you can pretty much understand. But like, I
consider base runnings very similar to special teams. You got to stick to your assignment. You got to stay in your lane. You can't get out of place, or you're going to get left on an island, and you're going to look stupid.
So, like, if you're comparing it to special teams, like, who would you blame in that situation, coaching or the players?
I mean, you got to coach the discipline to execute properly and make the right decision.
Right.
It's hard but when people aren't professionals or something like that, it's like you've gone over this, especially like McCutchen. Like he's been in the league for how many years? He knows what he should be doing.
Yeah. At that point, it's just players being reckless.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Just hopefully that improves. But yeah, that game was very good. Very good game for the Pirates. 13-3 win as I try to exit out here. On Saturday, they lost 4-3. This was the Mitch Keller game, and yeah, we got to talk about this. Mitch Keller, once again, by the way, Mitch Keller pitched outstanding. Yes, he gave up a home run, but like he's allowed to do that once in a while. But yeah, just terrible decision to pull Mitch Keller from the game. And what it was like what inning was it? I want to say the 7th inning. He only had 84 pitches, and they pulled him.
Yeah.
Then they blew the game. Terrible decision by Derek Shelton. Just absolutely terrible. Well, like 5 innings. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 Ks. That's not that great. But looking at the Pirates, okay, they had 7 hits, but it was like spread out through McCutcheon, Sawinski, Santana, Hayes, Bay, Palacio. So why would you pull? I don't understand. Blow the game, which he has been pretty good this year, but I don't know. I would not have pulled Mitch. I'd rather you have him keep there in another inning, and then maybe if you got to pull him again, pull him in the 8th, and then if they blow that game, we wouldn't be talking about this. We'd be like, all right, Mitch pitched well, offense could have been better. Yeah, they blew the game. It is what it is. That's what we would be saying. They didn't pull Mitch, but here we are. That's enough.
I think unless he was completely blowing the game, you don't pull Mitch in that situation.
No, you don't. But now going to the last game. Okay, I don't know if I want to talk about this now. They lost 8-3. You know what? We're gonna move on. We're not gonna talk about that game. I'm not talking about the 8-3 loss against Arizona. Move on to the game you were at, Caden. Okay, while we wait for this to load, Caden, you want to give your overall thoughts of what you saw in that game?
From the game I was at on Monday? Yeah, so, I mean, the first couple innings, it was kind of just a defensive battle. Both teams were getting some hits, but we decided to go with Ortiz to pitch the brunt of the game, and he actually threw a really good game. I think he started off the first 2 innings with like 4 or 5 Ks. I mean, he looked really good. I mean, he gave up 1 home run. Other than that, it just looked like the Pirates at the beginning of the season. They just all played well. The bats were going. People were making good plays in the infield. They turned a double play early in the game. That was crucial. If they didn't get that, they had bases loaded then at that point. There was a home run coming after that. So overall, from each player, Kutch did well. Juwan Bay did well. Brian Hayes, Marciano at the shortstop hit it with the grand slam to put the Pirates ahead. I mean, it was just a really fun game to watch, and it kind of took me back to the old 2013 Pirates.
Yeah, that was a good game. But stat wise, yeah, he's right. McCutcheon 2 for 5, who got his 15th on hit. Was that from that game?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, 15th. Yeah. I'm trying. I can't speak today. Yeah, Brian Reynolds was 2 for 4, not bad. And then Marcano 2 for 3 with the grand slam. But yeah, Luis Ortiz, which by the way, I will say this: when they went with Luis Ortiz this game, I was a little nervous because the Rangers are a very good team, and Luis Ortiz has been struggling this year. So once they decided to go with Ortiz, I was questioning it a little bit, but he pitched well. He came out, pitched well, threw strikes, seven innings, 5. Am I thinking of game 2?
You cut out there on what you were saying.
Give up a home run. I think that technical difficulty.
This connection is
Can
brutal.
you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Have to cut that part out. Power of editing, ladies and gentlemen. Power of editing. But what I said was, did Bednar hit a home run? Did he give a home run that game?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was surprising, but it was bound to happen. It was bound to happen. But,
yeah, I mean, it happens. It's professional baseball. He didn't throw a bad game, just things happen. But luckily, we came up clutch in the beginning.
Yep. So before I move on to the last game, because I'm just going to go through this quickly. Tuesday against the Rangers, they lost 6-1.
Yeah,
this is
Rich
how
Hill season, baby. Rich Hill season.
So this is how I will describe this game. It was a 6-1 loss that felt like a 10-1 loss. Nobody could do anything at all, -1 run. It was frustrating, and that is all I'm going to say for now. That game was terrible. It was absolutely terrible, and that's it. I'm done with that game. But so today, which this game ended about 20 some minutes ago, Johan Oviedo had an immaculate inning, but he gave up a home run to Marcus Semien in the first inning and then gave up a few hits. So it seemed like it was going to be one of those Johan Oviedo games, but he bounced back. But yeah, runs. It was only the first inning that had the runs, and then the Pirates scored 2 runs in the second, and then that was it. That was it. But McCutcheon was 0 for 5 today. That's not good. Brian Reynolds was 0 for 3, not good. But the top hitter by the looks of it was Rodolfo Castro, who was 2 for 4. And I'm gonna be real here, guys. Castro, he's got to stay right-handed. He's been hitting the ball as a righty, and it's just been working that way. And I think he should just stick to being a right-handed batter. I think he should give up the switch hitting. But yeah, and Johan Oviedo was 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and there was a couple hits and errors that were not his fault, so can't really fault him for that. But yes, minus the first game, I would say it was a very frustrating series. Caden, is there anything you want to add on to this series?
Just the fact that I think, at least from what I saw in the first game, and there wasn't like it. Ortiz pitched an amazing game. He just did his job, and that ended up being enough. But we definitely could have won this series, I think. I think even if you take away the second game, but today, like you said, they give up that early home run. I mean, if that ties it up at that point, if you take that away, and then the Pirates are just very streaky in their innings. They either do nothing or they'll score 5 runs in 1 inning. And I think they just need to overall just start playing like easier said than done, but they need to play more solid baseball throughout the entire game.
You need to say something.
What did you say?
Did we lose Alex? Did we lose Alex?
I'm more concerned about us losing you. I'm chilling.
For real.
Oh, you're chilling. Oh, so it's my fault. Yeah, it probably is my fault. I'm gonna try to connect to my internet, so we're gonna lose this for a second. I'll cut this part out.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we're gonna stick with that for now and see how that works. But like I said, I'll cut that out. And but yeah, so that is it from that. But the Pirates will go to Seattle this weekend as they take on the Mariners. Mitch Keller will be on the hill, followed by Rocky Contreras on Saturday, who's going to pitch against Luis Castillo, who's very good. He's very good. And then Luis Ortiz will get the ball on Sunday. Then they will travel to San Francisco to take on the Giants. It'll go Rich Hill, Johan Oviedo, and Mitch Keller. And then they will welcome the St. Louis Cardinals on June 2nd as Contreras will take on Jack Flaherty and Luis Ortiz will take on Jordan Montgomery. So that's all I got for the Buccos, guys. So what we got next? You want to, Alex? Right? Yeah, you guys want to talk about football, or Alex, do you want to talk about the NHL?
We can do pit football first.
Okay. So we're gonna be very, very honest here. We just put down pit football. We have no idea what we're going to we're talking about. So we're pretty much just gonna wing it here. We're just gonna wing it here. But I will say this. Today, the report is that Pitt lost their assistant quarterback coach, Jonathan DeBasio. I think that's how you say it. I mean, he is the assistant quarterback coach, but I'm going to be real here, Caden. I'm going to be real here. If he was the coach for Keenan Slovis, bye-bye.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, agreed.
Bye-bye. So by the looks of it, because I see a picture of him and Slovis, that's what it is. But has there been any news on is Nate Yarnell still on the team? Did he transfer at all? Or?
Yeah, he's the third string behind Jerkovic and Christian Velu.
Yeah, he's still on the team.
I think.
Yeah, redshirt sophomore.
What, sophomore year? Yeah, he's probably gonna transfer. But so I guess we could discuss the quarterback situation here. So Jerkovic was from Boston. You losing me again?
He was Notre Dame, then Boston College, and now here.
Can
Yeah.
you guys hear me? Was my connection on it? Because I think I lost you guys for a second. Ooh.
I mean, I
Yeah,
can
no,
I can
you're
hear
cutting
you
out a
now.
pretty good bit.
It's just cutting in and out.
Might have to go back to my hotspot for a second. Just take
Okay.
over, I guess. If I keep cutting out. So I don't know. With the quarterback situation, it's tough because I haven't really not too familiar with Jerkovic much. And
You're completely cutting out. I'm just going to take this over.
You're cutting in and out pretty good.
all right, sweet. I like it.
I'll do some talking about Pitt.
Yeah, go ahead, Caden.
Yeah, so my whole thing is I don't know too much about Jerkovic or Christian, our other quarterback, but we have 2 or 3 solid running backs that can definitely get the job done. And I don't think either one of our quarterbacks can be downhill from Keaton Slovis, considering he had 9 touchdowns all season long and like 20 interceptions. And we somehow almost had the same record as when Kenny Pickett was there his senior year. So I think as long as our quarterback can do even the bare minimum and just make some passes that are at least look like he knows what he's doing, and we have a running back that can be solid, get 5-6 yards, even 4 yards a carry, I think we can have a successful season, make a good bowl game. And
Yeah, Rodney Hammond's capable of that.
yeah, Rodney Hammond is very good. Daniel Carter, number 4, big guy, just a complete train. You put him in, he gets 7-8 yards a carry. I think we're capable of having a 9 or 10 win season.
Yeah, there's a lot of familiar names this year. 4 of the 5 offensive linemen are seniors, which is a little bit concerning for the future. Bartholomew's obviously back. He's a junior. Most of the receiving core looks about the same. Bub Means, Kanata Mumfield, and Dejon Reynolds all look like familiar names.
Yeah.
Phil should be solid as long as he stays healthy. I am excited to see the future with Christian Bailu, though. He was a Penn State quarterback before, wasn't he?
Yes, he came from Penn State.
Yeah, he was.
He transferred after Sean Clifford's 8th redshirt season. So I'm excited for the future with him. I think he should be solid. Some familiar names on defense as well. 2 Pittsburgh kids in the secondary, MJ Devonshire from Aliquippa and Donovan McMillan from Peters Township. He is transferred by way of the University of Florida. I played against him in high school. He was an early graduate from high school. He enrolled at the University of Florida in the spring of our senior year of high school. So he's a pretty big transfer going into his junior season. He's really good.
Yeah, I think as long as we can just play, it sounds pretty simple, but just play football without just the dumb mistakes that we had last year at our quarterback position, I think we can definitely match our season last year, if not do better.
I mean, yeah, as long as we have a quarterback that understands what it means to actually pay attention when he's in the pocket.
Exactly. Just have some awareness.
Yeah. It's an interesting schedule this year. I'm looking at it right now.
I know it got switched up quite a bit from the past 3-4 years of our kind of normal schedule playing the same old teams. It's pretty switched up.
Yeah. Yeah, they open September 2nd home against Wofford. Then they're home again on the 9th against Cincinnati. Then they're at West Virginia on the 16th for the Backyard Brawl. Home against UNC on the 23rd. At Virginia Tech on the 30th. Then October 14th, I assume they have a bye in the middle of that. They're home against Louisville. And then October 21st, they're at Wake. October 28th, they're at Notre Dame. November 4th, they're home against Florida State. November 11th, they're at Cuse. November 16th, they're home against Boston College. And November 25th, they're at Duke to finish the season. So that's a pretty interesting schedule.
It's interesting. And those couple games where we have Cincinnati, West Virginia, and UNC, that's a tough 3-stretch game right there. I mean, UNC
I was going to say,
last year,
this schedule is definitely harder than last year's was.
Oh, it definitely is, yeah. I think it's going to be, like you said, because I didn't know what to expect with the Backyard Brawl last year with Slovis coming in first game. Luckily, our defense held up. We got the win. But I really have no expectations. I don't have any expectations for this season. I'm just thinking that if we can play better at the quarterback position, we can be successful.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Mike, you got anything else to say about Pitt football? I think you're good here. I think your connection seems kind of stable right now.
Oh, are we good? Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
okay,
so.
yeah, because the blue thing went down to me. All right, yeah. So if my connection goes bad, I'm probably gonna put stuff in the chat, so you guys will just have to read it for me on my behalf. But yeah, what I was gonna ask, Gavin Bartholomew, because he's a beast. He's a beast. I think he can do something in the NFL. Do you think he's gonna stay after his junior year? Do you think he's gonna stay another year, or do you think he's gonna go to the NFL for his size?
I could see him staying, or I could see him going. I think if he stays for a senior year, he's pretty likely to have a Mackey Award in his future, because if he declares after this year, he'll be in the same class as Michael Mayer. So he definitely, or not Michael Mayer. What's his face? Brock Bowers from Georgia.
Yeah.
So there's no way Brock doesn't declare after this year, unless he gets injured.
I just think it's going to completely depend on if he has a breakout season this year. He's one of these being talked about as a top tight end. Maybe it goes to his head. Maybe he declares. I think it would be smarter for him to work with his quarterbacks that he has now, have a good season. He's always had good seasons. Just have 2 more good years and then go to the draft. I mean, he's going to get drafted. I think it just might be better for him to wait the extra year, show what he's really got, and then get drafted higher.
Yeah, I agree. But I got really nothing else to add on about football, but it'll just be interesting to see how they do football. But speaking of all of Pitt, Caden, what did you think of Pitt's run in the March Madness tournament? Actually, the whole basketball season, really.
Yeah, well, like you said, even if they didn't make March Madness, because it did get down to the wire a little bit, it was just so much fun watching them have a good season for the first time. The last time they made March Madness was in 2015, and they lost to Wisconsin in the first round. But it's just like, I just remember when I was younger going to some of the Pitt basketball games when they were good. It was just like it was like Pitt football senior year for Kenny. It was just fun to watch. It brought some excitement back into the game.
Yeah, and their recruiting this offseason has been excellent. They're going to be a good team. Pitt's going to be a really good team. I would be scared to put Pitt this year. I'm not going to lie.
All it takes is one good season to open people's eyes up, and then if you can get a good recruiting year, then you're set for a couple years. So I think, like you said, I think they're going to be the team to watch.
Yeah. How's recruiting wise, Alex? How's North Carolina doing, by the way?
They lost like 3 seniors and 4 transfers, and I haven't looked at a single thing about North Carolina basketball since.
Oh yeah, going to Penn State. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Puff went to Penn State. Trying to think. A lot of our best players graduated and transferred. So,
tough. But yeah. So, you want to move on to the NBA? Start talking about NHL because my connection's working pretty well. So I figured go through the NBA here quickly. So then we can just
let's move to NBA.
Yeah, because we don't know how my connection's going to go. But so the Nuggets have swept the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. They are going to the championship, and we might have a little bit of a discussion here, guys, about LeBron and his future. But last night the Celtics won 116-99. Jason. Oh wait. This was but still okay, yeah. No, but they still won 116-99. Jason Tatum 33 points, Jimmy Butler 29. Crazy game. But Monday
Jason Tatum parrying right now.
Oh, yeah, but this is the game I wanted. The Nuggets 113, Lakers 111. Close game, very close game. Jokic had 30 points and LeBron had 40. And the next game for the Eastern Conference Finals is it might be tonight, I think.
It's what, game 5?
Yeah, I think it might be tomorrow night.
But looking at the way LeBron's body language.
But yeah, Jokic.
I'm gonna be real.
I would say I was just going to say that Jokic has been probably the most solid player in playoffs so far of any team, in my opinion. I mean, he's dropped 30 almost every game. He's had how many triple doubles? He hasn't carried them there, but he definitely has helped. I mean, he puts a very good base of points, rebounds, blocks on the team's back and just sets them up to win every game.
Yeah, I agree. But with LeBron, I've seen this body language before. I don't know if he's gonna be a Laker next season. If that means retired or he goes somewhere else, I don't know. But he did say he wanted to play with his son, but his son committed to, I think it was UCLA, I want to say.
Yeah.
So
USC.
Yeah.
USC. I don't know.
Was really hoping he'd commit to Ohio State. What?
But I don't know, man. I don't know what the future holds for LeBron. So we'll I'm just gonna keep it at that, and we'll see. So is there anything else you guys want to talk about in the NBA?
I don't think so.
All right. So NHL, Alex, take it away.
What did we talk about last week? I think we talked about round 2, didn't we?
I think so. And then we talked a little bit about Connor Bedard.
Yeah. All right. So conference finals, both series are being led 3-0 right now. Florida is up 3-0 in the series against Carolina. They play game 4 tonight, so Florida could put it away tonight at home at 8 p.m., which would be pretty big. They won these have all been close games. They won 3-2 at Carolina in 4 overtimes. Then they won again 2-1 in overtime at Carolina, and then they won 1-0 against Carolina in game 3. So Florida seems to be dominating right now, which is kind of crazy. FAU made a Cinderella story run in March Madness, and then the Heat tearing it up as an 8 seed, and now Florida's up 3-0 in the conference finals against Carolina, which is kind of crazy. And like I said, this is for both sides of the league. Vegas is also leading Dallas 3-0 in the series. They won the first game 4-3 in overtime. And they won the second game 3-2 in overtime, and then they just beat them 4-0. And then they play at Dallas on Thursday night at 8 p.m. So we could see 2 conference final sweeps, which would be kind of crazy. That would be really crazy, actually. That's insanity if that actually happens. So we'll see. I think this is going to be assuming that Florida and Vegas both win these series, this is going to be a really good Stanley Cup final this year. So guess we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. I don't really have anything else to say about the NHL, really. Unless you guys got anything else you guys want to say about it.
Yeah, I don't have anything else either.
I don't keep up with it enough, honestly, to talk about it. I watch the Pens here and there, but I like watching hockey, but I just don't know enough about it to sit here and rant.
Yeah, no, that's understandable.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, is there anything else in the sports world you guys want to throw out there and talk about before we sign off?
It's been pretty quiet. I don't think there's anything else.
Yeah, there's not been too much going on.
I mean, I think we mentioned last week the Spurs have the number 1 pick for the NBA draft. So, I currently have the Cleveland Guardians channel on right now because we get that channel, and they're talking about Johan Oviedo's immaculate inning. There we go. Second, Colin Holderman had it. Actually, yeah, it's still May. That game happened May 4th, so this is the second time this month there was an immaculate inning by Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher. So there you go. So it's very interesting. So yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to add on. Alex, since I'm outside. I don't got paper. Do you have paper? I know you're outside.
I'm outside. I don't got paper either.
Do you need paper?
So our guest might have to do the paper toss today.
My calculus homework.
Yup. Yup.
There you go. That's how it should be. But yeah, so next week, hopefully we have the guests, whoever we decide to have on. Hopefully we're good to go. So yeah, I got nothing else to add on. But Caden, before you start talking, or just before you throw it, so then the camera, because we had this problem last week. It didn't show my paper toss because Alex and AJ were talking. So it didn't show my paper toss. So say some before you throw before you throw the paper, say some words so then we know the camera's on you.
Yep. This has been Tailgate Talk today. I appreciate you guys for having me on, and we'll see you later.